Greetings and welcome my friends. This is the Blob, the Simic slime deck featuring everyone's new favorite slime card, Slime Against Humanity. At first glance there does seem to be some weirdness going on with the deck. But let me reassure you that things work well together. The aim of the deck is simply to slime our way to their life total and get it down to 0 or less. And we plan to do that with the slimes created by Slime Against Humanity. If there are some cards that look familiar, that's because the core of the deck has been taken from the Contagion decks we did last week. The three cards work very well together and you can take these pieces and slip them into other decks to turbocharge your new deck. And that is what we did here. Instead of trying to find cards to poison the opponent, we will be actively looking to get slimes. This has turned into our longest intro ever, so let's get to the deck. We start off with a full set of Fading Hope. It's a nice neat little bounce spell that we will use to save ourselves a little pain from early men or from a big beater later. And now we get to the 3-card core of the deck. This is what turbocharges the deck. It's the same cards we used in the Contagion variants and we brought them here as well. Eidetic Memory gives us a no-limit hand size which works perfectly with Inspired Idea. And it helps out later once we've solved a case or two. But the memory has another ability that gets completely overlooked, and that is it gives any men we have +1/+1 counters equal to the number of cards we've drawn -1. This makes our slimes even more effective by giving them a big boost with our massive card draw. Case of the Ransacked Lab is a big enabler. Getting 2 in play makes it so easy for our deck to pop off. With 2, our Slime Against Humanity will cost just 1 green and makes it possible for us to play out more than 1 if we have them in hand. And then once we solve the case, we'll be drawing a lot of extra cards that can be turned into pump by the memory. Easy peasy, extra cheesy. Inspired Idea is our raw card draw. For 3 mana we can draw 3 or later on, we can fire this off and draw 3 or more for just 1 mana. Witness the future functions as an impulse as well as restocks our library with more spells to keep the flow going. Keep in mind that we have 14 Slimes Against Humanity in the deck, so don't shuffle any back in unless our library is running low. It should be easy to keep count of how many are left in the deck, so keep that in mind if you play the deck. Our last card is Devious Cover-Up. It's a fantastic all-around counter. It will exile what we hit with it and restock spells from our grave back into our deck. With a pair of cases this will cost only double blue mana, so it becomes even easier to fire off once we've set up our board. For lands we've got 4 Dreamroot Cascade as our duel. We've focused on lands that don't enter play tap. We need our manas. 4 Forest and 15 Island round out the mana base. We've gone with 23 lands. Land flooding is a major problem with this deck as has been with Contagion also. We have even considered going down to 22 lands. Hot tip for you my friends, adding a Leer to this deck would be absolutely game breaking since then you can fire off the slimes from the grave. We couldn't figure out what to take out to make room for Leer, but we'll continue to tinker with the deck and try to make that a reality. Playing the deck is rather easy and straightforward. The key is getting our enchantments in play and then start firing off slimes. Use Fading Hope to bounce a big blocker off the board or to keep the opponent off balance. Use Draw to keep getting business spells or more slimes and keep building up slimes. Those are the 2 things the deck needs to do to get wins: draw and make slimes. Even a single slime can grow huge with a memory and plenty of draw. It's time to slime. That's the deck boys. Let's go play some games. This is Bedecker. No wait, this isn't RoboCop, this is MTG Arena. This is Bo deck. We kick off with a 2-lander. We do have our enchantments and 2 slimes. All we need is a single land and we can hit the ground slimed. Slime time. Heap your pants on. A second turn memory is something we love to see. It's even better when we have a turn 3 case. Hint hint shuffler. Looks like they are on Orzhov mono white. What's the black for bro? Our 3rd land shows up right on time. I was starting to sweat there for a second. Yup, it looks like they added black to their mono white weenie. They like that chocolate vanilla swirl. Another land would have been great here, that way we could have done 2 slimes in 1 turn, but getting the slimes rolling is still good. Slime time. They do have black cards in their deck. I'm rather surprised. They bring it, but they guessed wrong. We're blocking. We have a near endless supply of slimy men and I'm pretty sure they have limited numbers. We get a 4th land and do a double slime. Slime time. We're already up to 4 slimes. And we have more to plop down on the board. They bring down the white cemetery guy. He makes token men whenever he plays more men. That's probably his biggest guy though, so no worries. A second case, ladies and shark men. It's going to get pretty tough for them with our spells costing 1 mana. Let's fire off our witness and try to get some card draw for our next turn. An inspired idea, that's exactly what we need. Our next turn should be pretty fun. They spit out another one of those weird freaky things and their guy makes a guy. But they're afraid to swing in. It's like they learned they would lose men after that earlier attack, lol. We are dropping a bombshell this turn. Fire in the hole. Prepare to have the sturdiness of your pants tested. Let's bounce their token. No wait, let's bounce their cemetery guy that makes the tokens. Yeah, let's pull his pants down and send him home to fix his tro. Then we send our slimes in for a wicked hit. Oh yeah, easy squeezy, extra cheesy. Getting run over by slimes is no joke. A hero of the dunes. Is he here to save the day? They swing in. They think we won't block? We got blocks all day, bro. Let's go with 2 slimes and then we'll fire off the idea. I am Shark Man. We've drawn a lot of cards, boys. We are going to deliver pain this turn. You might want to cover your eyes. How many cards have we drawn this turn? Like 10 or so, right? We were about to punch for about 20 damage, lol. GG's. This is Stables, no wait, it's Fables. Your pants are on backwards, bro. A 2-lander waits for us. We have the usual suspects in hand already. However, we do have a problem. If you play this deck, carefully consider taking a maul when you open with 2 cover-ups. Here, we likely should have taken a maul. Our opening is rather fine, we get memory in play and we can go for the case on our next turn. What's with the weird 2/2 men? We do have bounce to save us some damage, but these guys won't be worth bouncing if we can get multiple slimes. Slime time. They fire off a virtue. We can play a fading hope on our slime to counter the virtue. That sounds like a solid plan. Let's witness and see if we can get some action. Because of the 2 counters, we're kind of light on business spells. Double cover-up means maul. We should have done so when we had the chance. They love their removals. Do they have like 4 men in the deck and the rest is removal? We'll snap one of their guys back to their hand. The scry reveals another fading hope, but that's not what we need. We would rather have card draw or even more slimes. They go for a Terminator. There's no way that guy is making it down. There's that freaky hand looking thing. Let's bugger him right out of our game. Toast. No jam. An inspired idea lands in our laps at the right time. We need some good hits off of this. Let's fire off the next idea. We can play out a slime and leave mana up for our bounce. That was probably a mistake too. We should have sent one of their men packing. It would have solved our case. They do indeed have more removal. It's fine, we can bounce one of their men, but let's wait. Maybe they have something else. And they do. Let's bounce a guy now that they can't replay it. We'll leave the counter on top and smash their guy right out of the air when they try to replay it. Excellent, we can witness and get some drawback and play out a slime with mana up to counter their guy we bounced. Oh wow, they even have a Shelly. That's going to be a no. We can't let that drop. That land draw just killed us. Their guy has menace, so to block up fully we would need 3 men and we can only do 2. Mistakes were made, but those are mistakes we can learn from. Let's not keep any double cover-up hands from here on out. GG's. This is Kid BK, no wait, it's cubic back. Right bro? That has to be it. This is one hefty hand we have here. Most of our deck is 3 drops, so all we need is to draw 1 land to be in business. Keep. Your pants on. Drawing into a memory is fantastic. We can drop it next turn and fire off our inspired idea turn 3. Depending on what they do, of course. The opponent is a slow roller. It's hard to play arena when you have BK burgers in each hand. Are they dripping mix sauce everywhere? Are they ordering more burgers on DoorDash? Are they playing with their mouse? We are at the mercy of the shuffler. If we don't get land soon, we're going to be stuck. Getting killed by A11 is never a pretty sight. Life gain Orzhov it is then. I mean, why not? Everyone seems to be playing it. Is that due to the mono red fear factor? Comment yes fear factor if you think so. Land 3 on time. Thank you shuffler. Nobody hates you bro. Let's plant a slime that should halt their men in their tracks for the moment. A preacher, of course. Luckily we can outsize the preacher rather quickly. I don't think they'd send him in to trade with a slime. Let's fire off an idea. It's one of those games where getting lands is proving more difficult than it should be. We'll bounce their preacher then go in for a hit. We have to race life gain, which sounds bad, but we can get some rather big tokens. Plus their men are small for now. Even the preacher only deals 2. They snipe our memory. First, they should have attacked before doing that. Oopsie poopsie bro. Second, we have another memory in hand already. I really don't mind drawing that land. It's a double spell next turn for us. For now we'll get another slime and go in for hits. They block up. To my surprise. I didn't think they'd be blocking with an MVP player like their ill core. Yes, keep gaining life please. Gaining life will destroy us. They even have removals. Very nice, but their hand is down to a single card now. They do have a pair of cards they can play from the grave, but that's not a lot of ammo considering we have just begun to smash. It's slime time. An Elspeth is annoying, but we should be able to take her out. I'm surprised out of my pants it's not the Archangel version that makes 1/1 lifelink men. A first striking death touch preacher. There's no point to blocking, but they did just kill off their Elspeth. A pair of 1/1s are left on blocking duty. Elspeth is already at 6 loyalty, so we have to send both slimes at her. Just to be sure we get the job done. We don't want to have to go back for seconds. That's right ladies and shark men, you guessed correctly. We're holding mana up for our counter in case they go after our memory. We've already played 2 ideas, so we're looking at having a hand size of 1 if that memory gets sniped.
Once I've rested, I'll be back.
Even at 3, the damage from Preacher is not something to worry about. We've already got 12 damage on board and that will grow unless they snipe our slimes. They try to bring back their ill core, but we can't have that. I was going to smash their removal when they play it again, but a death touch guy on defense like that might mess up our plans. That is fine, it doesn't have any brutal abilities. It does grow, but our team grows faster. At long last, a case. You know it's the first thing we'll play out. Let's send the slimes. That's 15 damages rolling. Then they take all of it. What are they doing? Are their men too precious to block with? My precious slimes. Come on, bro. Send the Preacher. I know you want to. The Fading Hope is a perfect draw. That can deal with their Preacher and we can roll in with our slimes. Let's kick things off with a witness. That's 5 big slimes against their big guy and a bunch of 1/1s. I like these odds. That's 21 damages rolling. And with trample no less. I'm pretty sure they can't gain life their way out of this one. I am. Shark Man. GG's.